Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see here, we're at the end of the 23-24 campaign. So this is the kind of recap of the first season here, 23-24 season of our Burnley Kit Quest career mode, which I'm not sure if I remember to mention the first episode, but the kit is the like the neon yellow away kit, and the player of focus is Wilson Odobert. So we're gonna kind of get into kind of the recapping the season here, so kind of how we did in various competitions, so the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, and the FA Cup, transfer business, player stats, and all that good stuff. So I guess let's go to, I guess recap this season. So you probably kind of see there, get us there. So we finished 12th in the Premier League, which is pretty good considering Burnley got relegated IRL last season. As you can kind of see here, we basically doubled. I think they finished with 5 wins that season. We doubled their win total to 10, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, so we finished 10 wins, 10 draws, 18 losses, which is good for 40 points. So you're 12th on the table. We were kind of tied on points with West Ham here, but we had a better goal difference by 1. So we finished in 12th rather than 13th. So yeah, that was a pretty good season overall. Doing better than I kind of expected. I was expecting us to be pretty much in a relegation scrap, which I guess we kind of were for a large part of the season. But then kind of later in the season, like let me pull up my little spreadsheet. Yeah, kind of like end of like March, yeah, like March time, like April-ish, like we kind of went on a big kind of run with like let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, an 8-match unbeaten run with I think you have 4 draws, 4 wins. That kind of like really boosted us up the standings from the relegation scrap down here. As you can see, Wolves got relegated down 31 points. So that kind of winning run we had in unbeaten run end of March, kind of April time, really propelled us up, kind of up the standings into safety, which was nice. So yeah, we finished 12th, which I'm not sure if we're going to find out when we go to the owner objectives, if that's like good enough for mid-table to satisfy their objectives. I feel like it is because they've been pretty happy with me like most of the season. So we'll see. So that's that competition. I guess in terms of who actually won, I'll go ahead and say it. It was the Scum. It was Arsenal. They had an almost invincible season, seems like here. 30 wins, 7 draws, and a loss for 97 points. And kind of the relegation scrap I previewed it here. But yeah, so Wolves, Luton, and Sheffield. So basically 2 of the 3 teams that actually went down, and then Wolves replaced us as the 3rd team to go down. So we escaped the drop. In terms of we'll go the Carabao Cup first. See here, we ended up being Aston Villa over Crystal Palace in the final. In terms of how we did, skirt around here to round 2. So we got matched up against Chelsea in round 2. But 23-24 season IRL in the Carabao Cup, Burnley did pretty decently. They ended up making it to the 4th round IRL before losing to Everton. So because of that, I played this match and won 2-1 with goals from Sander Berge and Mdouni. Round 3, we then got matched up against Plymouth Argyle. Again played that match with a brace from Rodriguez and goals from Foster and Redmond to kind of cap out the 4-0 win. Then round 4, simulated match here. We got Brentford, 1-1 draw. They have an Mdouni goal. They see that we won on pens, 4-3. Quarterfinals, we got matched up against Brighton, which kind of did my last 5 results. Put it in the randomizer. We got sim for that. We ended up winning 3-0. Goals from Sander Berge and then 2 from Mdouni. And then semifinals, we got matched up against Crystal Palace. So again did the last 5 in the randomizer. The first one was a draw. So kind of slow simmed it and whatever, and ended up being a 2-2 draw. Goals from Larson and Wilson Odobert. Odobert tied it with the last kick of the match, which is nice. And then the second leg, see, we lost 1-0. So then we lost on a 3-2 on aggregate, pretty disappointing. And then Palace went on to lose to Aston Villa in the final at Wembley. So in the last competition we were in was the FA Cup. So in terms of how we did there, start round 3, which is where they lost to Spurs IRL, I'm pretty sure. If we go here, Yeah, they got drawn to Spurs in the third round. A Pedro Porro banger. I remember from outside the box. Ended up knocking Burnley out in that one. But so that, I simmed the match against Millwall here. We ended up winning 1-0 with a Foster goal. Round 4. Got matched up against the Scum. And that was like the draw one, so slow sim. And then like once again, Wilson Odobert coming with the heroics, kind of winning the match towards the end. I think it was like a counter attack off a corner or a set piece or something like that. And Odobert slotted it home to send us through. And round 5, we got an easy matchup. Matchup against Gillingham. I did again, checking the randomizer. We got play on that one. So I played and won 4-0. Brace from Rodriguez and goals from Redmond and Dooney. Round 6, aka the quarterfinal. We once again lucked out and got the easiest matchup. And we got Fleetwood Town. Once again, through in the randomizer, we got play. 1-3-0 with goals from Wilson Odobert, Foster, and Rodriguez. Semifinals, we got matched up against Sports Wash FC Part 2, Newcastle United. And that, through the randomizer, I got Sim on that one. But Sim Engine was mad kind to us here. And we got a 2-1 win with goals from Ryan Sessegnon and club captain Cullen. Let's see there, we matched up against Man City, Sports Watch FC number 1, the OG, the originals. 115, 130 charges as well. And as you can see here, this is going to be a 1 season again somehow Kit Quest career mode because this is a smaller club. My goal is win a piece of silverware, and we have won a piece of silverware. We won the FA Cup here against Man City, like incredibly somehow. So for that, I got sim, so I like slowed simmed it because like so I could get like footage if we ended up winning. And it went all the way through regular time, extra time, got the pens, and I was like, all right, it's pens to crapshoot either way. I'll hop in and play it for the lulz. Why not? Also because it's Man City, so if I could somehow win, beat Man City, that'd be excellent. And as you see here, 7-6 on pens. We went through. Pretty sure in the first, like the initial set, Holland banked one off, donked one off the post with his pen. So we had to like get a lead pretty much early on. But then I think my second pen got saved by Ederson. So then we kind of got through the first like 5 or whatever. Then went like the 1-1s. And then I think it was Leon Goretzka for Man City. So that's like quality difference. Leon Goretzka took like their like 7th pen or 8th pen. No, it would have been 9 because we both missed. No, I missed 1. They missed 2. So it'd be 8. So he took their 8th pen, and James Trafford, who kind of ended up becoming our starter. He was going to become our starter long term, anyways, in terms of it's multiple seasons. But Muric got injured, injured his LCL in match week 28 against Palace, and he was out for the rest of the season pretty much. So Trafford came playing every match from then, and huge save against Goretzka. I guessed correctly. Man, Trafford made the huge save there, and we won the FA Cup, so super hype on that. Footage of that, kind of, and the celebration, all that will be at the end of the episode here, so you'll have to see, I think, like at least be able to see that save at the end. Super exciting, because we won silverware, successful Kit Quest. Only 1 season, I guess, is a little disappointing, because I wanted to, I guess, try and do more, but we won a piece of silver, so we were kind of there. But beating Man City was also just felt really good as well. So yeah, that's our FA Cup journey and all that good stuff. So that's the big stuff out of the way. So next, I guess we can go into the owner objectives. I kind of touched on various things. See, we have a manager rating of 95 because did pretty much most of the objectives here. The youth development one, don't really care about. Didn't do anything with that. 5 wins to away matches, we got 9. So pretty hype on that one. Financial, we reduced player wages by £125,000 a week. Their transfers, which I'll get into the transfer business in a second. The next success, they want us to finish mid-table. I guess 12th counts because that's a check mark. And then round of 16, the FA Cup, and we won that. Content success, obviously nothing because we weren't in European competition. So kind of going on the transfer stuff. Let's go my club. Reverse. So kind of the first things I did when we started is like 2 of our loan players, Essegnon and Esteve, brought in permanently. So you can see here, on 5.5 million and £6 million deals. So they were kind of French. They were initially here, so I was like, they'll kind of fit that requirement there, kind of keep him around. Then Jack Cork to Leicester for £748,000. Richardson here on loan to Birmingham City. Benson Manuel on loan to Fulham. Charlie Taylor for is his name Charlie? I feel like I'm gonna be mean if it's actually not his name. It is Charlie. Okay, good. Okay, Charlie Taylor for £3.35 million to Everton. Ajay, I'll go Ajay. Yeah, on loan to Sampdoria. Here, familiar face you might remember from the RC Lons Kit Quest, even though I think he just went on loan that season. Ishmael Bora here, Estek Torres here, as he's kind of one of Odobert's former clubs. Brought him in to be our backup left back for £2.1 million. And then Ryan Sessegnon, ex-Tottenham man from that infamous 2019 window. Kind of brought him in to be our starting left back to replace Taylor for £6.25 million. He did a pretty decent job. Bayer here on loan to Villa, Ekdal to Real Sociedad, Ramsey on loan to Feyenoord, Vigouroux on loan to West Brom. And then here, Josh Brownhill was someone I wanted to keep, but then he ended up getting pissy because he didn't get enough playing time and put in a transfer request, so I had to sell him to Atalanta for 6.6 million pounds. Who then I got replaced him with Archie Gray from Leeds for £5 million. With a small, I think it was what? A 2% sellout clause? And then these were kind of like the end of the season. Like I was trying to transfer them out all season, and then no one seemed to want them until right at the end here. Johan Berg-Gudmundsson for £970,000 to Coventry, and then Nathan Redmond for £5 million to Lazio. Whereas our kind of transfer business for the season. So that kind of last but not least, look at stats here. In the squad hub stats, yeah, as you see, so Miric he's injured here. And Trafford pretty okay in goal. I guess not really. Really had a terrible defense in the Prem, so not really that good in goal, but good enough to at least from Trafford to win us the FA Cup. 6 clean sheets. Sessegnon had a good season. Center backs here. Right back, Coutinho and Assignon. All right, decent enough on the right. Cullen here ended up with his 8 assists. He ended up being tied for third in terms of assists in the Premier League. This thing out here, Larson, Mike Trezor here were pretty decent. So kind of starting left and right midfielders. Trezor, he also had 8 assists. He is also tied for third. Koleosho, pretty decent season for a youngster. And here's Wilson Odobert, the star man here. 5 goals, 3 assists. Most of them were all pretty clutch in the various competitions. So he's a pretty excellent season in terms of goal contributions, just in terms of the number, and then also just the importance of the ones he had. So Sonderberg, all right. Archie Gray, he might end up playing that much, but he was all right. Then Gudmundsson, Redmond. Redmond was pretty decent TBH because he also kept requesting to play matches, so I had to throw him in. He did pretty well. And then strikers, Jay Rodriguez, pretty decent, and Foster as well. 11 goals in the Prem, not bad. And Didi Fofana and Zeki Amdouni also pretty decent as well. Yeah, so we had a pretty decent season in terms of stats and whatnot. But that's kind of, as I said there, that's kind of it, I think, because we kind of hit on how we did in the season and all that good stuff. And then, kind of the various competitions we were in. So we won the FA Cup, so this is going to be a one and done Kit Quest, so surprisingly. I wasn't expecting that going in. I was expecting this to be a multi-year thing, but nope, ended up being a one-season wonder. So we got very fortunate in the FA Cup. And transfer business went through as well, owner objectives. I guess the last thing almost forgot, I guess, in terms of the European stuff, in terms of who won those. The Super Cup, Man City beat Sevilla. Conference League, Frankfurt over West Ham. Europa League, Atalanta over Lens. The Champions League was PSG over Real Madrid. And then in terms of guys Golden Boot and whatnot, Golden Boot was Mo Salah, 29 goals. Most assists was Sonny with 11. The most clean sheets was Emi Martinez at Aston Villa with 12. So yeah, I think that's kind of it. We kind of hit on everything here. And there's, yeah, kind of been almost an owner here for a second, but yeah, so another successful kit quest. In terms of what's next? Not really sure. Once again, as you can see, pretty decent theme here recently. Not really sure, but I guess you'll find out soon. So thank you for watching this episode of the series, and hopefully you check out whatever next series ends up being as well. Thank you.
A contrast in emotions. One team joyful, the other absolutely devastated.
Well, what drama, what scenes, and what a good finish to this game. It really has been exhilarating.
Well, in football, you don't forget these moments in a hurry. Due reward for their persistence and their overall excellence.
Well, it really has been engrossing today. Such a tight game, but you have to feel sorry for the losers. They were so close, but yet so far away.
And the party mood has enveloped the stadium. It's going to be quite the night of celebration here. And now they prepare to walk together in anticipation of the trophy presentation.
Well, it's now just beginning to sink in. They are the winners of this great cup.
Any second now, they'll be able to hold it aloft. All congratulating each other, and rightly so. The sweet taste of success. And they don't want to let go of that trophy, do they?
Absolutely not. They've worked so hard to win this trophy. They've been brilliant throughout the tournament. Been a top-class performance from them and their fans.
And I'll tell you what, Stuart, it doesn't get any better than being able to savour a triumph like this with your own fans.
And I have to say, these fans have been brilliant as well. They've made so much noise. They've been magnificent.
And now the players get to relax a bit and enjoy having the pictures taken.
Well, these photos will be cherished for years to come, won't they? Certainly ones to show the grandchildren.